All right, now you know about what is included in modules. This video is going to show you how to create an assignment within a module. So I'm going to show you how to edit an assignment that I've already created, that you can do the same thing for yours, or you can create your own. So I am going to start on my modules here. So for example, in template 1, I'm going to go in, and the first assignment I have down here is my Empower Independent Practice. So if I click on that, I can go into edit. So in this area, you can add the different pieces of that you want to include in your description of the assignment. All right, so if I want them to complete something, if I want them to download something, if I want them to watch something and record or respond to it, if I want whatever you want them to do, goes in here. Now I have the new rich content editor on. You can go, yours is going to look a little bit different, but whatever pieces you want in here, you're going to include. So if you're going to start off and have some text, you will need to follow kind of this format. Is heading 2 is always first. So if you're going to have a header, don't just go, well, I like the way header 4 looks, the size-wise. Go in order based on what you're going to include. And the reason why is because that's part of the accessibility pieces for students if they needed a screen reader. So you might as well build it right going forward in case you would have somebody that would need a screen reader. And that would be kids that would be having vision issues or even reading issues like dyslexia, where it reads it for them. All right, so let's say I'm going to have need that to be on header 2, create your storyboard. All right, and then I can come down here and it's going to go back to paragraph, and I'm going to just type in whatever I want them to do for directions, and maybe I want to include a video. Let's say I want this one in there, even though it makes no sense for this. I can put in an image and adjust it down to whatever I need. Okay, so then let's say that's what I have for my directions, all those pieces, okay? You include whatever you need to up in this area. All right, now I can decide how many points it's worth. So I might just want it to be worth 4 points, 4, 3, 2, 1, if that's how you're going to do things. You can just keep this in assignment groups. You can just decide if you want it to be complete, incomplete, if I want it to be a percentage, a letter grade, if you want to put it on a GPA scale, or if it's not even graded. If it's not graded, it will let them know that it is not graded. All right, so then you can also say if I don't want to count towards their final grade. So if you want to do your like engage piece as an assignment so it shows up for them on their to-do list, you could, and then just say it's not counting towards their final grade. Now, this is how you want them to turn in their work. Is it going to be no submission at all? That means they're not turning anything in, you just are signing it and they're doing it. Are you going to have them turn something in online? So that would be if I want them to upload something to Canvas itself. So I can choose, also I can kind of limit it or keep it as open as I want to. I can say, yep, they can turn it in as text. So that would be like a text box right in Canvas. So that's kind of like when you're using it for climbing the mountain, when you put in when you meet with your coach and who you met with. So that's the text entry. If it's going to be a website URL, even if it's like a Google Doc, you would include that one. Or if it's an external tool that they're like a WeVideo or something that they're just going to turn in the URL to. A media recording is if you're like, okay, you can record yourself speaking, or you can upload a video or an audio piece. And then file uploads, that would be if you're going to have them upload like a document, like a PDF or something like that. All right, and you can decide if you want to restrict those file types. I would not, because you're going to be able to access most of anything that they can. All right, you can assign it to groups if you want. You'd have to have your groups already set. So if you are already planning on doing group work for your students, you can assign that, and I can tell you how to set up groups separately, because that's probably going to be an individual thing. I don't think very many people are going to do group assignments. You can require peer reviews if you would like. That would just give the other peers your rubric that you're going to include or how you're going to grade them, and then they would give them feedback on that. That's a whole separate video in that if you want to do that. All right, here's where you can assign it. Well, you can sync it to PowerSchool as well. That's going to be another video as well of how to do that, because it's going to take a little bit more than just assigning it like this. All right, you can then assign to, I want to assign it to everybody. I want to assign it to just certain people. So I'm going to say everyone here. And then when is it due? So I'm going to say it's due May 8th at 3:45 or whatever. I can change that too. So in here I can say the time-wise. And then when do I want it available? So if you can leave this completely blank, and then it'll just be available when you publish it, or you can have things published but not available for them to complete until a certain time. All right, I can also say, well, I want this just to be to Kate Sutton, it's due for her at this time, and then I can add more, and so everyone else, so I can do basically like this. Everybody besides Kate Sutton is due here, and I can change that. So that can help if you have students that need extra time, or if you're going to assign everybody but somebody, you can do that as well. All right, and then when you are done, you just push save. I'm going to cancel it because I'm not going to actually do this one. All right, so if I come back over to my modules, let's say you do not want to use my template, even though there's really nothing in it. You can come up to plus and go to assignment, and then new assignment, and name it however you want. Now, what I tend to do is if I have things after communicate, what I want them to do, I usually do this. I usually increase the indent 1 time for guided practice and 2 times for independent practice. Totally up to you, just because then it kind of shows like a level, and then even maybe assessment 3 times. So then they see these all go together. Totally up to you if that's how you want to do it, but it just kind of helps visually for kids as well. All right, any questions on that? Let me know.